Record button has been pressed. God, I hope this works. I think it will. Okay, so let's do the countdown again. So 3, 2, 1. And welcome into the show, everyone. Tonight, we are going to help you with the great content lull. But first, we must introduce the co-host that I call, well, he calls himself Prajali. But Prajali, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing just fine. How about yourself, Syrup?
Well, I'm really trying to make this opening as awkward as I possibly can, so...
It's better that way, really.
Last week's was pretty funny, but I can't reuse that one every time. It's not funny.
It gets suspicious, yeah.
It does. But also joining us is YouTube extraordinaire, Kraken Latte. How you doing?
I am good. How are you? Thanks for having me and tickled again that you called me extraordinaire.
Well, I mean, you make good stuff. I can't deny that.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Of course. I would say where we're from, but I don't want to put that. I mean, we have been... I mean, I don't want to, like, pump the chest here or anything, but we were number 2 in Luxembourg on the podcast chart list for a while.
Hey, nice.
So,
got that outreach.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, no, I'm super glad you came on because I really enjoy watching your videos because you've actually helped me a ton on some of those things I was doing in the BFA Lulls. So this is going to be great. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm glad you appreciate my content. I put it out there to help people, so I'm glad it's helping you. That's why I did it.
And I need it, as everybody knows. But before we jump into any of that stuff, let's see how we've been doing in-game. So, Prajali, what have you been up to lately?
My raid team and I downed Sire Denathrius on Mythic after a couple grueling weeks. It's a very fun fight. I think we ended the tier World 501st, US 160 or something. So we jumped up about 150 world ranks and 50 US ranks from last expansion. So I think we're making really good progress. Pretty proud of us.
Wow.
Heck yeah, man. Congrats.
Congrats.
That's fantastic.
Hooray.
Woohoo.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know that the night before, and I don't like pouring salt on wounds. I'm sure this one's healed now that you've killed Denathrius, but you did suffer the dreaded sub 2% wipe. Can you walk us through how that felt? Because your text message, I can hear and feel the anger in your words, and I don't think you put like anything bad in there.
So we do this to ourselves every tier. We did it with Nazoth, we did it with Queen Ashara, but we get a really good, really clean pull into the final phase of a boss, and it's en route for a kill. Basically, we just don't have the experience in that phase, so something slips up at the end there. Same thing happened with us on Sire. Phase 3 is very choreographed, very like you put X here, Y here, you do enough damage, or he's just gonna, if there's an enrage, basically he's just gonna fill the floor with red stuff that you can't stand it anymore. So we're all very positive, very hyped, and then we get to we're rounding the corner to the third part of this part, and somebody gets antsy and they blink and they drop an orb and explode like half the rate, and everybody's just like, no.
Oh.
And then it took us about 2 nights to get back to like that performance level, so everybody was a little on edge, and that's when I texted you
The outcome.
It's over, it's done.
No more.
You're like Frodo now. The ring has now been dropped into Mount Mordor.
Indeed.
It is over.
So we have slain the daddy vampire. What about you, Sai?
Well, I'm still screaming for him, so we only got down to 7%. But the good news is we got phase 3 figured out. And to jump onto kind of last week's episode, or to dovetail off of that, I actually had a chat with my guildie, Catatonia. I just want to give a big shout out to him because he went through and he chatted with all of us healers about how we can just eke out that much more. And it's not like we were doing bad things, but he sat me down and he's like, Sai, I could tell you've been healing for a very long time. And do you want to know why I know this? And I was like, well, why is that? Well, you, number one heal, chain heal. It's not Wrath of the Lich King, dude. You can't do that anymore.
So, getting called out.
Yeah, called me right out. But I was like, yeah, you're right. So we made a couple of tweaks, and I went from parsing like, upper 70s. Now I know numbers like parses don't really matter on healing meters as much because people died. Then why do you care, right? But I use it to kind of measure how I'm doing. So I was in the high 70s, which is good considering I'm just chain healing everything. And I took that and put it up into like mid to upper 80s consistently. So
nice.
Yeah, so he helped me kind of eke that little bit out. And so all the healers did that. And it was hilarious because at one point, one of my other my teammates, she texted or whispered me, and she's like, Sai, we're all killing it, but everyone's still dying hard. What's going on?
Oh no.
And I was like, it's probably them standing in stuff? Question mark?
Standing in the fire, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the end, like it was, I don't know what the cause was. I think it was the early polls, like we're kind of getting loose still. But it all ended out great. So
Well,
big
good.
kudos to them. So tomorrow night, which is the 31st, so when this episode comes out, will be this last Wednesday night. Hopefully, Steve Denathrius is no mas, and we can do something else besides getting killed by him repeatedly.
Well, that's
So
awesome.
Kraken, how about you?
Well, I don't have any raiding stories to tell you. I've not even stepped into LFR, Denathrius, so I was
okay.
just going
That's
to
a
say
step above Mythic Azure.
Yeah, LFR is its own difficulty, like on its own plane, because
that is true.
You never know what you're gonna get.
That is very true. That is very true. Well, my most recent achievement in WoW, I guess, would be that I finally got the mount off of Rest Feather. So I'm happy about
Ooh.
that. I was over
Very
500
nice.
tries, so
Holy crap.
yeah, I don't have the greatest luck. I know my lovely little mount drop doesn't sound that exciting next to Mythic Raiders, but I'm pretty proud of it, so.
Well, after 500 attempts, I mean, that is a Mythic raid all its own right there.
It really is. Yeah, that dedication is still there.
Mythic patience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got the patience level dialed in. That is for sure.
True. Very
Well, and if you think about it, what are people looking at in Orgrimmar and Stormwind and stuff, or Oribos? It's the mounts. Everybody loves looking at each other's mounts, and I think there's something for those collectibles that people are very like, ooh, that's really cool.
I gotta get that.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
very
it's
true.
and also it's like the last kind of, not bastion, but what am I trying to say here? Like kind of one of the last few things you can get that kind of show status in a way.
True. Yeah.
Because because like classic and TBC and Wrath, you could show your armor sets, but now with Transmog, like that doesn't really mean anything unless you get like some of the rare drops or whatever. But
Yeah.
I know mounts are. When someone drops a sweet mount on me, I'm just like, oh, you're amazing. Like I feel the same way I did back in Classic when I had my level 20 still wearing grays.
I feel that. It's like the equivalent in this case, I guess, would be seeing a gladiator mount. Someone ride by on that, and I'm just like, oh, you're so cool.
Yeah, no, I know that feeling definitely. It's like, I want to be that.
And it's not like the recolor either. It's like the legit color.
Mhm. Yep. The unique model, the one you can't get unless you throw your life at PvP type of thing. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't do that. I suck at PvP.
Same.
Still.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I just panic. I panic too hard. But what are you gonna do?
I just get salty. No one likes salty lattes, so, you know.
A sprinkle of sea salt, maybe, not full on salt.
Yeah, maybe some salted caramel, but not just pouring it in there. Ugh.
That's
There we
true.
go.
That's a good point. That's fantastic. Well, here is a new segment. Life isn't fun without a little drama, right?
Exactly.
So I'm going to call this one the Controversy Corner. And that's where I'll put the thing in. Yeah. So did you guys hear about that one thing?
That one thing? What one thing?
Oh, no, never mind.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to get I didn't set that up correctly.
It's okay.
But here we go. So in today's Controversy Corner, we're going to talk about the new game time buying model that was taken away. Prajali, have you had a chance to read about this, and have you heard of this change?
Bobby's taking my game time. Mr. Bobby Kotick, you will answer for this. So my understanding is that, they've historically had options in the Blizzard shop, in the game store online, to purchase game time in quantities of 30, 60, 90, and 180 days. They are removing 30, 90, and 180 days and leaving available the option to purchase 60 days at a time.
Yep.
And that's keeping the same price rate, $29.99 for 60, which is, basically the $14.99 up to 2 months. I think people saw this and thought, oh my gosh, I can't subscribe for 30 days at a time anymore. It doesn't impact subs. And so I definitely, when I was scrolling Twitter, like you sometimes shouldn't do, just scrolling through Twitter, seeing people's opinions pop up. A lot of people were like, this is how you lose subs, which is a weird statement to make when it doesn't affect subs.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not related to subs.
Well, we're a bunch of shills, so there you go.
Come on now.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Prajali.
I think it's obviously business motivated. From the perspective of a business, they may be thinking that they're offering redundant options and they're just trying to streamline it. But I think it also is probably trying to encourage more people to sub to the game rather than purchase individual game time, by limiting what options there are. Maybe it makes their sub numbers look better when they go into these quarterly meetings with investors. I don't know. Those are some of the conspiracies I've been seeing, I guess.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Kraken, how do you feel about that?
I'm kind of meh on it, honestly. I am one of those people that have frequently used I call it a temporary game time because it's not a sub, but it's just a monthly. I would often buy the 30 day and slap that on alt accounts because I have multiple accounts, no secret to anyone if you know me. And I don't usually keep them subbed unless I want to use them for something like for leveling testing or for holidays. And I'll just grab one of those 30 days, slap it on there, and then when it runs out, it runs out. So I am a little annoyed by it just because I can't do that anymore. So now if I want to do that, I either have to put 60 days on it or I have to put a sub and then remember to unsub it. Unless I do a token, because sometimes I pay with gold, but that's a whole different debacle. I'm not using gold anymore. So so I'm a little annoyed, but it doesn't otherwise affect me beyond having to do an extra step.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and like on one hand, I can see, I've heard the argument of, well, folks who kind of live hand to mouth or paycheck to paycheck, whatever verbiage you want to use, they use that when they can to be able to play. And, I understand that element of it. And, for those folks who can't play now because of that, I feel really bad for them. I'm super fortunate to where I can just have my 60 days sub. I do that. And even like back in the day when I was, in a different position financially, I still had the sub, but you're right. You have to remember to go in and turn it off. And I know I've seen like people talking about how, oh, well, it's just Bobby's way or Blizz's way of getting you to forget, so you pay him another $15. And it's like, I don't know if that's it. That's a stupid business model.
Yeah.
If we're breaking it down, I mean, that just makes no sense business wise. But I think like what Prajali was saying, they could have felt it was redundant. At the same time, though, it's like, well, what cost goes into that? Like, what does it cost the company to actually offer that game time option for 30 days? Does somebody have to manage that on the back end?
Yeah,
I wish I knew more about the ins and outs of how their pricing structures work.
Same.
Like,
Could be some accounting wizardry on the back end that makes it hard for them to know cash on hand or some sort of other accounting terminology that I'm probably misstating, but
it could be. But
they could be the modern day AOL, just trying to, like you were saying, trying to make you forget about you being sub to it.
Oh, that's a burn and makes me feel old because I understood it. Wow, thanks.
Well, that's the whole thing with AOL is they were still making millions of dollars off people who forgot that they didn't need to pay for AOL anymore because they had internet through another ISP.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
So.
Oh boy.
Well, I knew when the CDs stopped coming in the mail, something was up.
Yeah, it's fishy.
Something smells weird.
Yeah. So I wonder if the community outcry is going to be enough to have Blizz reverse it, because I feel like 60 days, like, yeah, you can buy it for, what is it, $29.99?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically 2 months. Like, why do that though? Like, that just seems weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
It didn't feel like it was broken.
No, I thought it was fine as it was. I've been using it that way for years, honestly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's
maybe
strange.
Maybe like the GameStops of the world didn't want to buy the cards anymore because people didn't want to buy them.
Oh.
So maybe
does this affect the cards too?
I guess it probably does.
I think it does.
Uh-oh.
To my understanding, that's how I read it. I could be misinterpreting this. It could just be Blizzard didn't explain this at all, and we're all just like, what's happening?
Hey, I mean, that wouldn't be the first time.
Right? That's kind of what it feels like. I don't know. I think it's just that chunk of time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. So, yeah. So now you can just buy the one chunk of game time for 60 days for 2 times the 30-day cost.
Yep.
Yeah, so you just have a active account for 2 months instead of 1, I guess. Yeah. Seems a little weird, but right.
I don't know. I think the optics of it, I think anything Blizzard does right now, like they can do anything and everyone's going to be pissed at him because the optics of the layoffs and then Mr. Kotick taking his bonuses. Now, I'm sure his bonuses are written in a contract or something. I don't know. I don't know the behind the scenes.
Most likely.
Yeah, the optics are bad. And I don't even want to get into the dude they hired. Like, it's just not good. We're just like one thing after another. And so I think the community is just kind of feeling a little raw right now.
Oh, for sure. I think, too, that we always joke that, oh, they're a small indie company. Well, I mean, if they actually were an indie company, I don't think anyone would care. But because they are a large company, anything that someone doesn't like, they're going to get some hate mail.
Definitely.
Yep.
So
yeah, I don't know.
One of those things.
I don't know how controversial our takes were on that, but
I'm
sure
like
somebody's angry.
neutral.
And if you are angry, send your email to scrubsversustheworld@gmail.com and let me know how angry you are. But in all seriousness, if you want to have a chat about it, I'm totally open. Okay. So now that we got the hairy stuff out of the way, the next question is, where in the hell is 9.1?
It's out in the ether. beyond the great dark beyond. Floating.
I just think of the Finding Nemo song. Somewhere beyond the sea. Somewhere waiting for me.
It's coming.
That was beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's on numerous laptops working from home near Irvine.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
coming
and-
soon, TM.
Yeah. Well, and that's the funny part was because soon TM was like everyone was pissed about that.
Mhm.
Come on, Blizz, you gotta hurry up. We need the stuff. And Blizz is like, no. It's gotta be polished and done. Otherwise, we're not gonna give it to you.
Exactly.
Right?
And so I feel like this is kind of like one of those moments.
Mhm.
And everyone's like, where is it? Ah!
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Chains comes out and it sucks, then I'm totally willing to eat those words. But
Yeah.
if it comes out and it's amazing, then soon TM needs to come back into the kind of the forefront of the community's mind.
True that. Gone seem to be the days when things were released when they were done. Cough. Yeah.
Good times.
Good times.
Good time. So now, Prajali, how do you feel about the delay? So the last article I read was they're thinking it's going to hit PTR in about 2 weeks' time.
Yes.
So that gives us a what? Mid-June release time ish?
So if you base it off, and it's hard to gauge it because it's a whole new world with all the work from home setups and COVID, all the the craziness of 2020 leading into 2021. It's hard to know, but if you compare it to like just looking at old BFA, old BFA 2 years ago,
Back in my day.
8.1, right? 8.1 took about 12 weeks, I think, from PTR going up to patch release. 8.2 was 10 weeks. 8.3 was 14 weeks. I think if you look back at some of the expansions where they broke like the first raid tier into like one raid and then another one raid releases right after it, like Legion dropped Nighthold right after Emerald Nightmare. I think that was like a 6 week, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you've seen some shorter ones, but typically it's 10 to 12 weeks from PTR release to patch has kind of been the last few years of patches.
Okay. So we got some time because I was starting to
Yeah.
panic on getting AOTC.
I
It's like, God, this
think
will
if
take
people are still
forever.
raiding and they're gonna do the last few bosses, I think you're just fine.
Yeah. So you have time. I mean, don't waste it, obviously.
No.
Keep grinding it, but don't sweat it too hard yet. Now, Kraken, I'm so excited to have you join us tonight because the content that I've watched for you back in BFA, you talked about like some raw gold grinds.
Mhm.
So I ran like Hellfire Citadel every week with 10 characters just to get a whole bunch of gold.
Oh yeah.
Because you said that was the best one to run.
Second best, technically.
Well, yeah. I was trying to finish some transmog stuff. But that one in Blackrock Foundry, I'd flip between the two.
Yeah.
So like once my eyeballs started bleeding, I'd flip to the other one.
I feel that.
But you are like a specialist in making content like that's set up perfectly for content lulls. And you have a new series that's out that talks about alt armies. And I wanted to bring you on to talk about that because I think that's a fascinating idea.
Well, sure. Thanks.
So with 9.1 coming out so far down the road, like how do you feel as someone who focuses mainly on the other content that's not raiding necessarily?
Mhm. Honestly, because I don't focus on stuff like competitive content, PvP, raid tiers, mythic seasons, Mythic Plus, when patches come out, it doesn't usually bother me, honestly, because I look at it like a backlog. I try to do the oldest content first. This is a very generic rule, mind you, but I collect stuff from older coming to the new. So, like, I'm still, right now, currently working on Legion and BFA collections, and I've played very little of Shadowlands. So, usually by the time I'm done with previous expansion stuff, like, 2 or 3 patches are out. And so I can just blaze through the new stuff when it comes out in a chunk. So it really doesn't bother me too much that it's, going to be a while before 9.1 gets here.
Mm-hmm. So you dive into the whole thing to enjoy the whole game.
I do. I do. I try to look at WoW as World of Warcraft as opposed to Shadowlands or Legion necessarily.
What?
I know, it's weird.
That seems a lot healthier. I'm not gonna lie.
I've definitely gotten mixed point of views on that from other people. So, but yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, because I did the mythic scene at one point. Mythic rating, heroic, flex, when that was a thing. I did heroic back when that was top tier. So I know what that's all about, and it stressed me out, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm tired of looking at the game by patch. I don't play for the patch, I play for the game. So that's why I scaled back a little bit and look at it as World of Warcraft instead of patch or an expansion. So
nice.
Not trying.
Yeah. Like I know, like when I go through, when you watch your stuff, you could feel that. And if somebody doubts you on your mythicness, I would just say look at how you approach it, because you look at some of these things and a lot of the stuff you touch on, like you go really in depth in it, like you have the mindset. I could tell you do, just from listening to you talk and like showing a concept that you're trying to teach people.
Well, thank you. I try to go in depth on it because I look at it like that's how I would want it. I want to know everything as much as possible without overwhelming people about something. Yep. So I try to do that for others.
Nah, you do an awesome job. You help me out because, as everyone has got to know me on this show, we do have a scrub, and it is me.
Scrubs
That's okay.
are people
I've embraced it. I've embraced it.
Good. You're learning well. Good.
So now I have, let's see, how many alts do I have? I have a lot of alts. I still have most of my alts from BFA that aren't leveled. But I have 3 max level and like 2 half max level. They're almost there.
Nice.
Now, for me, my end goal for these alts is to help with herbing and stuff like that. But for you, like, what's your end goal for having an alt army?
Well, I'm gonna give you a funny answer. My end goal isn't really to have an alt army. My alt army is actually a byproduct. Because first and foremost, I like to RP, and secondarily, I like to level. And obviously, you can't level necessarily more than once on one character. And so originally, I didn't want an alt army. But I saw the benefits after having like 12, 20, 30 alts that just kept going at max level and realized, let's commit to this. So I just kept going. But my end goal as an alt army would basically be collection. I mean, mounts, pets, gold, mog, everything you could possibly think of that you can collect and put on a list. That's my goal, because the more tries you have each week, each hour, each day, whatever you're farming and the rules are behind that, the sooner you'll get it. And I have historically, you wouldn't believe it, horrible RNG luck in the game. Like, Invincible was over 600 something tries. Ashes was about 1,000 something. And, I tell people that and they're like, no. I'm like, no, trust me. This is partly why I have a lot of alts, is to make up for that.
Right.
So.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. But
that's rough.
It's all right. I don't mind it. It's just collection.
That's true.
That's my
Yeah.
end goal is collection.
Well, nice. Well, now and for Jolly, how many alts are you rolling right now? And what are kind of your motivations for having the alts?
I mean, it's kind of changed throughout my time playing the game. But currently I have one other max level alt, and then I've got a bunch at level 50.
Mm-hmm.
So just hanging out from BFA time still. The my ultimate goal with an alt is usually to fill a gap I'm not having fun with my main, or just, you know, to have a backup in raids. So with Eternal Palace, we had kind of a glut of boomkins, and Shadow Priests were actually really strong. We needed an extra master spell in the raid, so I got my priest ready to go, that sort of thing. So typically mine is for the raid or the dungeon environment, but in the past I've done them for just experiencing that class. With how much time I put into raiding these days, I don't really have a whole lot of time to dedicate to bringing up a bunch of alts, but it's definitely fun to kind of take a break from your main and just experience the game with a different class, or, you know, different, even jumping over to the Alliance to play with you on occasion. So
Yeah.
as much as it pains me to wear the blue.
You look really good in blue, though, I gotta say.
Thanks, man.
Brings your eyes out.
Aw.
Do I sense faction bias?
I'm a dirty horde, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay. For the Alliance.
Well, and it's
We all have our flaws, I know.
Oh, mm-hmm. Never fighting words.
seeing what's funny is if you would have talked to me about that like 5 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, stupid horde. But then I played the storyline for the horde in BFA and actually enjoyed it a little bit more. It's like, dang it, I like the stupid horde.
Oh, it's the same way for me. I started as Alliance, and forever I was like, "Ugh, stupid horde," and then I made horde,
Yeah.
and I was like, stupid people that don't like horde. So, yeah, it changes. It changes.
It does. That just shows growth and personality, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's time to do the factionless thing and see how that goes.
I would
Whoa.
love the factionless thing. You don't even get me started on that.
Yeah. I just love how it's like, hey, there's a giant tentacle monster who's like controlling people's minds and stuff. And it's like, well, we should still fight each other
Ugh.
because F that guy, right?
Yeah, because that makes sense. It's only a giant sword in the planet, but let's have a war.
Yeah. Let's fight each other.
See, that's
Yeah,
my
you
controversy.
smell bad. Yeah.
It's pretty good, yeah.
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 You
Damn
smell bad.
That's all right.
No.
Okay. What was I saying? I was gonna ask another question and my brain stopped working.
It happens.
So now, Prajali, you mentioned you like picking out alts just to kind of fill in the gaps for
Yeah.
like the stuff you're doing with your main. Kraken, what's your process? Do you just kind of go like, you know what, I'm feeling like an undead rogue today, or do you have like a set process in place?
No, you're pretty much spot on with that. I'm a very flavor of the moment person when it comes to how I pick my alts. Sometimes I'll be like, nah, you know what? I feel like playing my high mountain Taran hunter. Yep, let's go shoot things. I mean, you nailed it right on the head. That's my method.
Oh, okay. Nice. So you don't have like today I'm doing herbalism, so I'm gonna roll my druids out.
Oh well, when it
Go
comes to
pick them
that,
flowers or.
I guess like when it depends on what I'm doing. Honestly,
Mhm.
I have different preferences. Like if I'm farming old raids and it's not Mog specific, I'll usually pick like hunters, rogues, monks, druids. If I'm like doing my professions, I have specific characters for professions, and I don't do professions on anyone but those specific characters. So it depends on what it is, but usually it's flavor of the moment.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, for me, it's I'll get these grand ideas in my mind. Like, I was like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to level up leatherworking so I can make my own legendary thingies for my shaman. And then I got to I unlocked the what the hell is it? The pattern for it,
Mhm.
and it's like you have to make like 8 billion of these things, and it costs a bunch of money because you need like a bunch of enchanted leather. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I saw that.
yep, that's not happening.
I
So
did
I'm
the
not
same
going to do
thing.
that.
I did the
Yeah.
same thing. Yep. I don't
So
entirely care for the leveling system on that, on legendary specifically.
no, and I like that. Now I do have to say, I do like that it brings in other professions. So like, I have to talk to an enchanter, or I have to have an enchanter.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of feels good. It feels like I have to go to the market to get my enchanted leather stuff.
Agreed. I do like that.
So like that kind of, I like that they brought some of those elements back. But yeah, at the same time, it's like, well, I don't have an unlimited supply of gold, so
It's expensive.
it's not going to go well for me.
Yep. I know the feeling.
Yeah. Now with the level squish, leveling is way faster,
Mm-hmm.
which is great.
Immensely.
Now this question is gonna kind of see if I can kind of, let me rephrase this.
Uh-oh.
So the opening thing, whatever you want to call it, going into Shadowlands scenario, that's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you done that?
I want to say not as many times as you'd think, but probably between 30 and 40. I haven't
Okay.
entirely
That's
counted.
way more times than I thought. But
Oh, okay. I guess I'm mentally always like in the hundreds, so I gotta remember that. I'm sorry.
that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
For Jolly, how many times have you done it?
Well, are we counting beta?
Sure.
I guess, sure. Yeah. I only have 2 max level and 1 on its way, so I've done it 3 in live, but I did it probably 5 or 6 times in beta. It's
I was only asking because I cannot do it again.
you started complaining after the second time.
I did. It got to the point to where I was like, I would go into the scenario and I started like RPing with the RP. I was like, okay, Jaina, I know where he's at. You gotta listen to me. And then she keeps going on. And I was like, no, she's not over there. I know where Anduin is. You gotta follow me. And so then people would come and hang out and RP with it. It's pretty funny, actually. But
You mean you don't do that anyway? I mean,
actually, I do. I find it really fun.
I do too.
One of my favorite things to do is to run around, and when somebody kills a mob, I'll run up to the mob and just like do like a /S, be like, "Yeah, that's right, sucker, get a taste," or like stuff like that, and people are like, "What the hell?"
Look at this fruit bag. What's he doing?
Yeah, what the hell is this guy doing? The guy,
He's
seen this
crazy.
100 times.
He's nuts. Is that an RPer? Ugh.
Yeah, it's hilarious because people don't know what to do. So I highly recommend that. Whenever you watch somebody ace a mob, just go up to the mob and be like, "Yeah, that's right."
Sucker, you deserve that. Get.
Oh, jeez.
You're so dead your grandma feels it.
That's right.
Yep. Send you to the Shadowlands, but you're in the
Yeah.
Shadowlands, so
Oh wait, we're already in the Shadowlands.
it's redundant,
that's too
but-
bad.
Got a double Shadowlands. Ugh.
That's right. The Shadowlands.
The darkest lands. I don't know where I was going with that one.
I felt it though. I felt it.
You felt it. Good. That's what
Oh.
matters.
You know, like that weird dusk shadow that comes out, kind of like the really long shadows. That's the one you're going to.
Going
All
to
right,
the
this is going
Twilight.
off the rails, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, there we go.
Twilight lands.
Where was I? I started asking the level squish question.
You were asking about the
Let's go back to it.
scenario, and then you went
Yeah.
to
So the
Well,
you
scenario.
skipped the level squish a little bit.
I'm gonna have to edit that out, but let's just go back to the level squish. So with the level squish, do either of you? Let's start with Prajali. Now, if you were to level a character from 1 to 60, would you use the XP buffs, or would you try to enjoy the experience as it is?
I like leveling quickly because I'm a degenerate raider. They took the XP bonuses off the heirlooms, which with the squish honestly feels fine. I probably have some of the BFA potions left over. I think they stopped at 50. They might have even dropped it lower. I'm not really up on it. The 300% potions I've never bothered with, but it's been fine for me. I don't know. I think that the leveling system's way nicer than it was going into BFA from like 1 to 120. I don't know. What do you think, Kraken?
I wholeheartedly agree. It's funny you say that because I've been doing a ridiculous amount of 1 to 50 right now. So, yeah, I mean, being able to do it in 5 to 7 hours, 1 to 50, compared to the old 14 to 20 hours, 1 to 120. It's so nice. No idea. So nice. But yeah, I'd use the XP buffs too, personally. War mode, potions from BFA, Dark Moon Fair when that's around. Throw them all on.
Well, pro tip, if you want the maximum war mode XP buff, play Alliance.
Yep. They're always higher.
How dare you?
Always less Alliance in PvP, I guess.
You get like 30% or some crap like that.
Used to be. It's 15 right now.
It's ridiculous.
It's 15.
Ooh.
Oh, it is?
It's been 15 for quite a while.
Damn it. It's those gear changes in PvP that swung the pendulum back the other way.
It did. It's not gone above 15 since start of 9.0. It's been pretty low. That's okay.
Well, we need to get back to that 30% number because I really used that. I leaned on that hard in BFA.
I feel that.
Yeah. So, kind of what I was going with that was now the SL opening or Shadowlands opening. I mean, it is what it is. I think the problem for me is just the RP things when they're talking amongst each other. It's like just give me the fast forward button. Let me go forward from here. That'd be great. Now, do you just go from 1 to 50 and stop?
Right now, yes. I've got like 7 or 8 60s. I actually don't have very many 60s. I have a lot of 50s. But yeah, I've been going just 1 to 50 and stopping kind of for 2 reasons. One is because I'm still in the middle of testing all the 1 to 50 zones. Well, 10 to 50 technically. Zones for the leveling guide. That's going to be a while because I have to do all the zones. And so I have no reason to do, 50 to 60 just yet. And 2, because I like to wait until flying comes out.
Oh.
So then I can do the 50 to 60 a lot faster. So, yeah, I've been stopping at 50.
Do you find the level squish hurt your ability to solo old raids?
Yes. Only Legion Plus. Everything before that is still basically face roll one shot with my eyes closed. Like, that hasn't changed. But Legion Plus, yeah. You can't do as much in Legion as you used to be able to. Just a little disappointing. But it's alright. Like, to me, I'm not worried about it because this isn't entirely new. They did this before with other stuff. Like when they did the stat squish back in... I think it was Legion, actually. It was kind of the same thing. You couldn't solo WAD for a while. So, and when they did the item level squish and mop, couldn't solo previous stuff for a while. So, I don't know. It doesn't bother me too much.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to go back and do Legion stuff. There's some cool shaman transmogs I want.
Oh, shaman stuff is so nice. Agreed.
Yeah. It's really neato. The stuff with the feathers.
Yep, I really like that.
Like it.
I want all of it.
So, hell yeah. Well, so now when you decide to do a 50 to 60, do you prefer to do the Threads of Fate leveling option or do you go back to the story?
I've been mostly doing Threads of Fate just because I can kind of go do whatever I want. For me, it is a little bit faster than the story. I can do the story in about 6 to 7 hours, and I can do Threads of Fate in about 5. But that's splitting hairs at that point. I'm usually not paying attention, or I'm not actually speedrunning, so I don't have a preference between the two. I think Threads of Fate could be a little better, personally. It feels a little underpolished. In certain areas, they're definitely lacking.
What improvements would you like to see on that?
Well, just kind of... A lot of it is, when you go into Threads of Fate, they remove the storyline quests. Like, they're absolutely not available to you. So all you have are rares, side quests, bonus objectives, dungeons if you do those, and then world quests. All of those, with the exception of dungeons, give very, very little XP and a very little percentage toward the zone bar.
Right.
And so it takes forever.
Yeah.
And it feels like it takes forever, is the problem. The story mode, even though for me it's slower, it feels faster, and that's kind of the difference because you're just clicking through quests. But
right.
The improvements I would make, honestly, would be to have either the storyline quests be available, I don't care if I do them again, but have the option to go do whatever I want while I'm doing those. Because Maldraxxus, for example, has the fewest side quests in the game of the 4 zones, and you actually cannot complete the bar without doing other things in that zone.
Goodness.
Right.
It's actually short by like a lot. Like you hit like 70%. And I'm like, okay, now what? Guess I'm doing a dungeon. So they're very uneven. I've been doing a lot of testing in it when I get bored of the 1 to 50 stuff for that leveling guide, and it's kind of a mess. It's all over the place.
It is. I second that. Like, I'll go through and, like, I have my paladin right now. I just finished Maldraxxus, and I felt like it was pulling my teeth out. Because it's like you go to those little things and it's like, okay, I'm going to kill 400 of these guys, but I don't have enough gear yet to take on the elite mobs.
Yeah.
And there's no one around to help me kill these things. So I'm going to go free these little mana ray deals, and it takes forever.
It does. Like, the bonus
and then when you're
objectives.
done, then you got to go find some chests or something, or hope a rare's up.
Yep.
And I think they should have made it to where you can either finish the 5 zones, the little 5 bonus objectives, and be done with it, or like I don't even know like what they could, like, maybe adding the quests in too. Like, if you just do X amount of quests, you can go, or have the option to do them as well.
Yeah, because with the other 3 zones, besides Maldraxxus, you can do all the side quests and complete the bar. And it's actually, for me, the fastest way to get through that. Because, like, I can do Revendreth in an hour, all the side quests. I can do Bastion in, I think my fastest was 45 minutes for the side quests. And that's like 2-3 levels. But as soon as you hit Maldraxxus, it suddenly slows to a crawl. So
yeah,
I don't know.
And Pro Jelly, have you had a chance to jump into the Threads of Fate yet?
Yeah, that's how I did my shaman. We did a ton of dungeon grinding, but it felt a little. I guess the parallel we were thinking when we were going through it was like, oh, this is going to be very similar to the WoD experience, Warlords of Draenor, where you've got the just bonus objectives throughout the map, and they're really high XP rewards, and you just cruise through it. And it just turned out, I mean, there are those bonus objectives in the zones and stuff, but they're not nearly. It just didn't feel nearly scaled the same way, and so it was. I don't think it's necessarily like they need to go back to the WoD levels of XP gain there, but it did feel like a letdown where you're doing all these, going all around the map, doing all these bonus objectives and stuff, and your meter's barely moving. So It was a little strange. I think the dungeons, if you've got your set group, that's a reliable way to get through it. But then again, you're just doing the same dungeon over and over, and you're not experiencing some of those quests you may not have paid attention to on your first couple characters. So there's pros and cons.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, on one hand, you do have the freedom, but the other hand, like sometimes it just feels like a grind.
It's definitely.
Well, and it's not a bad thing because it's an MMO. Right?
It is an MMO. You never get away from some grind.
Right.
True that.
Well,
Definitely feels slower than previous expansions, though.
Mm-hmm.
For
Yeah.
the new stretch for me. So, yeah, there's that.
So which expansion is your favorite one to level in, Kraken?
Well, let's see. Mine would probably be the most controversial one, which would be Cataclysm. And I don't mean a vanilla world Cataclysm. I mean the 5 zones of Cataclysm.
Oh, okay. So like
Yeah.
Deep Home or
Yep, Deepholm, Vajir, Hyjal. Those zones that everyone
like
says they
Vajir?
hate. I love Vajir. It's one of my favorite
Oh.
zones in the game.
Wow.
I know. I'm that person.
That should have been the controversy right there.
I respect it. I
just,
respect it.
well, thank
Yeah. Honestly, this year, like the I love how they recreated the ocean strata. So like you
Awesome.
have the one area that's like close to the sun, so everything's all pretty and colorful. But then as you go down through the zone, it gets darker and darker and darker. I actually really like it too. I
It's
just want
really cool.
crap. Yeah,
I love-
they did a really good job with it.
I love the lore there too. You do a lot of Naga stuff, and you learn a
Mhm.
lot about them. And I love lore-packed zones, because I'm kind of a lore nerd. So, I mean, I'm not gonna cover lore, just saying, but I love seeing it in the game. So that's why a lot of the Cataclysm zones are some of my favorite, because if you actually like pay attention to the stories you're going through them, they're very lore dense. Like Hyjal deals a lot with Ragnar's, the elements, all of that going on, but also you do a lot of stuff with the Night Elves, the Druids, and specifically Jared at the end. Jared, Maev's brother. And you learn some of his history, and like it's just stuff like that, and you're like, oh, I love these characters. So that's why they're my
Yeah, they
favorite.
did a really good job with that.
They did.
Well, and I feel like the progression in those zones were really good. Like I know a lot of people don't like it, but I don't know what I trust anymore from community stuff because
I feel that.
everyone hates everything, and I don't know what's good anymore. So you know what? I'm just gonna make up my own mind. And when I leveled through Hyjal for the first time, I thought it was like the prettiest and one of the coolest experiences I had at that point. And that was coming through Wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Because you start off, here's the world tree. I fought at this world tree in Warcraft 3, and here we are, continuing the story down, going back down to see Ragnaros and hopefully kill him.
Yeah, it's super.
So I
cool.
like how they brought that back. It was really cool.
Yep.
And it was nice to finally see like Grim Batal, because you saw it in the classic map.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the wetlands and you can see there's an area called Grim Batal, but you can't go to it.
Very true.
Yeah.
I do wish
See that all come to life was neat.
I do wish you could go into those zones at level 10 though. 'Cause
Yes.
you can't. And that still aggravates me and always will. So
Well, it's by the time you get to them, it's like you just do one of them or one and a half, and you're done.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. You don't need all of them by that point.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. That was a weird choice.
Yeah. I was very disappointed. And some people
I wonder
were...
if it was.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, good.
Oh,
I was gonna say, I wonder if it was like Blizz's way of like, look at the world, look what Deathwing's doing, all the stuff, and then you go to the zone.
I don't know. Like, what they did was they lumped in all the vanilla stuff, because if you look at, I call it vanilla, but it is technically Cataclysm. Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms are technically Cataclysm level because they were revamped, they were changed. So I get that. They wanted to have that, and that's why there's no vanilla quote-unquote option when you go to Chromie time. It's just Cataclysm. It's all lumped in together, and they basically made the Cataclysm zones like the end zones as a big hurrah. But
Okay.
I never visually saw it that way. And I played vanilla. I played classic when that, like the original one when that was out. I just don't see it that way, I guess. Like, to me, Cataclysm is Oldham and Deepholm, and like that's what came out, you know?
Right.
Who cares if Desolus looks a little different? Whatever.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I guess I just see it differently.
That's a great point. And Prajali, like, when's the last time you've leveled from 1 to max? And have you tried Chromie time?
Honestly, I haven't done. No. I haven't done the new system outside. I think I did it in beta, but haven't done it live. And I think it's a cooler system that way. No, that's not true. That's not true. I was getting a warrior up to Herald of the Titans level, which is now level 30. It used to be 85, I think. It was whatever max Wrath of the Lich King level was.
80.
Herald of the Titans, the old war, clear it with a certain gear level achievement.
Mm-hmm.
There's still teams that run it, but I was leveling a warrior, and so going through that process of like 1 to 30 with a warrior alt, I ended up I guess it's expected. I ended up doing it with the Wrath campaign, but I thought it was really nice to be able to just jump in there and just kind of do everything within there. It felt a little more enjoyable that way, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Have you tried the new island experience?
The new island.
Exile's
It
Reach.
doesn't know.
No.
The new starting zone?
Oh my goodness, yes. No, but I thought that was a really cool concept when they announced it at BlizzCon, because I think that is something that's missing from this game is how do you ramp somebody up, and when they're playing with people who have played this game for 16, 17 years at this point, like
Yeah.
what's the quick here's all the cool little things that come with the PvE content and what you can experience like in bite size.
Yeah. I did that island and it was neat.
Yeah.
It
What was your favorite thing about it?
My favorite thing about it is it worked like a training ground. So when I was trying to get my wife into it, I gotta come up with her game name or something for her. But anyways,
There we go.
so think of that, sweetie. Let me know what you think. Breaking the fourth wall. But no, like I did a priest there, and it was teaching me how, because I wanted to do a disc priest. I wanted to do a Lightforged Dread Knight. And you know what? I'm gonna level as a disc because why not? Can heal and do damage. And it totally taught me how to bubble. It taught me how to curse things. It taught me how to smite things, how to heal things. It was really well done, and I got an idea of how the game is going to work. Now, if I didn't play this game, or if I was new or like an old player coming back, I thought it was a great way to dip the toe back in and figure it out, because I feel like the boost in BFA, like you start out on, like I did a horde boost in BFA, and you start out on a ship, and it's like a training, so they train you through a couple of the abilities you have, like the core abilities, and then they throw you off the boat, and then away you go.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this was a more in-depth way of doing it. I really liked it.
It's definitely nice. I like it a lot. It's
Yeah.
my favorite starting zone.
What did you think about it, Kraken, like the first time you did it?
The very first time I did it, I probably spent 3 hours there because I loved every inch of it. It is graphically beautiful. It has ogres and harpies and like ruins and necromancy, and it just has like all the best dark elements of WoW, I think.
Mm-hmm.
but compressed into a gentle tutorial for people. And I really appreciate that, because that was always one of my complaints. Trying to get friends to play WoW, and they'd start their level 1 human paladin and go into Elwyn Forest and try to figure out, how the balls do I play this game? They don't tell you. And it's WoW, if you look at it, is actually very complex compared to other modern games. There's a lot. It's not just, 4 buttons, smash. I mean, some people might argue that, but so that's what I liked about Exile's Reach, was it's a good guide for beginners. And it's
for sure.
Also the fastest starting zone for veteran players, so it's nice.
Well, cool. Now, I know that as you get towards the higher levels, when you are working your alts, I know in BFA, for example, World Quest was a great way to get gear passively. When you kind of focus your attention to the Shadowlands grind, are you going to kind of approach gearing in the same way, or are you going to run your alts through dungeons and stuff to try to get some gear?
For me, it's pretty much the same way. Barring my main, who I do sometimes do dungeons or more slightly higher content on my alts, it's basically the same way. I do whatever comes from World Quests, whatever the highest World Quest, whatever is, item level, and then the catch-up gear. That usually comes in the 0.2s and the 0.3 patches, kind of like Benthic in Nadjatar, or the stuff from Argus. It's usually easy to get, and the stuff from BFA was bind on account, so that was awesome. So I usually use that, because that's usually by that time is when I'm ready to go do current content on alts, so it works out.
Nice. Yeah, I noticed that Shadowlands feels a bit more punishing without gear than BFA did.
Oh, for sure. I've noticed that too.
Like, oh man, I'm trying to play a mage. He's one of my alts. I'm trying to make him a count because I think that's a cool title. And I gave up because I just get vaporized every time I go and try to do like the most basic quests. I know I'm sucking at it in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what I'm doing with mage, but I didn't have that same struggle in BFA as I do now in Shadowlands. So
no, yeah, it's definitely there. There's definitely a difficulty difference. I feel it too. Like for me, I think the most face roll class personally is Beastmaster, and I'm even struggling on undergeared Beastmasters until I get like my full Covenant set, and then I'm like, I can kind of breathe a little bit. But man, because I just did a new Necrolord Beastmaster, and good grief, the amount of times I died during that quest line was silly.
It's impressive.
It is. Now, I promise I'm not a bad player either. I've mained Hunter for years. So, yeah.
No, I think it's that they're trying to make the world content a little harder, which I appreciate because I like having to think about what I'm doing. But at the same time, I don't like getting murdered by a bunch of little imps while I'm in Revendreth.
It's a little embarrassing.
It is. It's bad.
Yeah, it's one of those where I don't mind it. I agree. I like the difficulty, but for me, I'm repeating the content usually. And then it gets a little grinding. Like, okay, this is my 4th time, and I'm already annoyed. I don't want to be annoyed, but here we are. So,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Well, cool. Well, what kind of resources do you like to use to kind of manage your armies here? Are there any add-ons you prefer?
Well, that's certainly a healthy discussion there.
Is that its own show?
Pretty much. Like, I mean, I guess the one non-add-on it's an app, would just be Discord. mainly. I keep all my lists of things to do and have done and information in Discord lists on my own personal Discord for that. In-game, to keep track of characters, I like using, saved instances would be a good one, because that will track, maybe just exactly the name, who's done what, from dailies to callings to raids to, all that, anything with a lockout, tracks that. So that's really nice.
That's the one I stole from you in BFA.
A lot of people did. They're like, "Oh, I love this." I'm like, "Well, you're welcome."
Thing is amazing. Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, that could be a whole show on its own, pretty much. But that's kind of the major one. There's a lot.
Well, cool. Well, yeah. So basically, I think the final question here I have for you, and Prajali, I'd like your input on this as well. Like, how do you kind of gather the willpower to redo some of this content? Like, what's your best kind of preparation technique you like to use? Because, I mean, that stuff does get old when you do it 700 times. Like, how do you stay interested in leveling up alt character?
Well, for me, it really just comes down to the fact that I do enjoy how I play. I know that sounds a little counterintuitive, but I like leveling for the sake of leveling. And now we have a lot of zones, for example, at our disposal, so I just go pick a different one. And when I feel like, okay, I'm kind of done with this, I stop. Like, I know it's real big brain right there, but I just stop. I go do something else. If I get bored of leveling, I go collect some pets for a while. Or if I get tired of pets, I just go do some old raids and get some Mog. For me, there's always something I can do. And if I don't want to do whatever that is that I'm doing right now, I go do something else. And it's just how I always avoid burnout, so.
Well, that's a good way to do it. Prajali, how about you?
Well, I am not a good example of it because I typically only have a few max level characters in expansion, and a lot of them will come in the second half of the expansion once I've kind of got that initial grind, when we were doing 30 keystones in the first few weeks to get geared up for raid. Yeah, so a lot of my time got dumped into one character just to get them ready for mythic raiding. But as the tier progresses, or as the expansion progresses, I typically do like maybe one alt a patch, that sort of thing. And I think that, at least for my pace, and that's a personal thing, I think that is also something to consider, is like each person's going to feel a little differently about doing either, not necessarily repeat content. I think the way they redid the leveling is going to keep it a lot more fresh than it was in the past, because there were definitely zones you would dread going through, just either overall or as just a personal feel for that zone. And now you can most likely skip that zone that you really didn't care for in the last 10 years that you had to go through it, so you could just change which way you want to level. And I think that's a really good tool to avoid burnout. I think it's also something to be said that if you're just not enjoying the game, like you're putting too much time into it, just take a few days off, or even if it's a month, go, and you'll come back fresh and want to explore something in the game that you haven't done before, just because you're going to come in with that kind of clear mind perspective on it. I think that's important.
Blasphemy. No, I'm kidding. No, I agree.
We don't take breaks.
Sorry. That's
play for WoW.
You keep that sub. Yeah. No, I don't personally really take breaks, other than maybe a night off of raiding when we're on farm, but that's usually an alt night at that point, so it really is not a night off.
Oh, alt nights. I remember alt raids. Oh boy.
Right? It gets entertaining. The we also do one drunk raid a week, or a tier, and so that was actually 2 Saturdays ago. I forgot to do an update on that, but that was incredible. I love my guild.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did you guys win?
We typically only make, we do heroic night, because we'll let people bring alts over a certain item level, But since there's so many drinking and bingo games involved that we rarely make it through more than half of the raid before everybody just can't really like function on a normal level. We should probably have people sign waivers, not gonna lie, but
Oh dear.
Wow.
We actually made it through Stone Legion, and so we were pulling Sire a couple times, and then at that point we decided, no, we don't have the mental capacity at this point to handle this. Good night, everybody.
Probably a good
That's
call.
impressive, though.
I'd call it an improvement, but
I
Sai,
call it
what
lack
do
of
you do?
dedication.
Yeah, exactly. What do you do, like in terms of your approach to keeping that alt motivation?
Yes, I.
That's a great question. I'm
Tell
glad you
us.
asked. Well, I kind of go through phases of, I don't ever want to look at my character again. And then I need to play something else. And then I'll miss my character and go back to it.
Aw.
And I think it's because, like, I'll put a lot of time in. And then, like you're saying, I can just get the burn. And so then I need to do something else to keep it fresh. So then I'll go through and I'll try a tank class, for example. Because usually I'm a healer and I'm like, okay, I'm having issues healing tanks. Like, what are they seeing? What are they going through? So sometimes I'll use it as like a practice. Now, of course, I have no idea what I'm doing as said tank, but I at least get an idea of, okay, they're seeing a couple weird mechanics here. Now I can understand what they're going through. Maybe I'll be more prepared next time on the healing side of things. So that's kind of one motivation. Another one is I get harebrained ideas of, well, I should probably level a leather worker so I can get the legendary things and then not make them. Or, let's see, what's my other one? My other max level is the mage, which is an enchanting character, which is not maxed out because I was thinking, enchantments are going to be really expensive this time around. I should probably make an enchanter, and I didn't quite finish that one either.
Well,
So my heart's in the right place. I just don't put that extra time in. And a lot of the issues I run into are like on my enchanter, which is my mage. I die super easy, so I don't want to play that tune. So I'm tired of dying. I like playing my monk though. My monk's my leather worker, and it's fun because he's a gnome. So I do the flying ninja dragon kick thing into a bunch of mobs and spin kick them all down. That's pretty cool.
your monk's a gnome too. We really are siblings.
Yeah, it's the best. I need to do PvP with him because it's so funny when there's like a scrum going on, and then here comes off the screen this little gnome flying in the middle of everything.
Paralyzed,
awesome.
run away. Perfect.
It's beautiful, but yeah, usually I like to play my tunes until I burn on them, and then go to the next one. But like, Syreb will always be my main, and like right now, he's pretty much at a point where I'm just waiting to kill Denathrius, so I'm not really doing much of anything else. I should get Venari rep up, but I'm not.
I feel that. I haven't maxed
Yeah.
Venari either.
So, but once we kill Denathrius, then I'm gonna be like, okay, I don't have the pressure to grind raid mats or anything else. I can go and do some other things. So, I guess, long story short, the TLDR version of it is finish raid, then go do alts, and try to go from.
Yeah.
I hope that answered the question because I was all over the place there, but
It's an approach to alts. I like it.
yeah.
Good to have priorities.
Yeah. Well, I think we pretty much nailed the content lull thing. There's a lot of cool things you can do in this game. To kind of recap here, and building an alt army is one of them. And trying new class is always fun. Doing professions you haven't done, or maybe collecting the transmogs or the mounts or the pets or whatever you want to do. There's an avenue for you to go do it. And right now is a great time to do it, since 9.1's still 2-3 months away,
Something like
probably.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a lot of time to really get some good gold farming in, or whatever you want to do. and I think this is a great opportunity to kind of get ready for one.
For sure.
Because if they release another Brutosaur mount, I'm not letting that one slip through my finger.
You didn't get the Brutosaur?
No, I didn't.
Shame. Shame on you.
Shame and sadness brought upon my house. Well, the crap thing is, I love dinosaurs. I think I mentioned that last show. Like tonight, for example, I had a Ninkasi Brewing Triceratops beer. So I mean,
it's in your
are like my jam, and I was like, I need this, and I didn't do it. I was just lazy.
Tisk.
Don't worry, Sai. You can get it on the black market auction house just for gold cap.
Yeah.
You would not
get
believe
right on that.
the amount of people that told me it would never go to gold cap and to not waste my time. I'm like, have you ever done the black market before?
Yeah, I don't think they understand how many people are at gold cap
Right.
on multiple characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get to use my friends' Brutosaurs, but not my own.
Yep.
That's what friends are for, right?
Yeah. And what sucks is I made that decision like way too early in BFA's lifespan. So hindsight being 2020, I should have gone back.
It's okay, man.
It's okay. Not everyone can be cool. It's okay.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
Well, I know one thing that'll cheer me up, and that is scrub moments.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
So, Kraken, this is the part of the show where we share our moments where we facepalm ourselves so hard that we have to go into the concussion protocols. What is one extremely dumb thing that you really enjoy remembering
Well,
during your time playing WoW?
I will give you the ultimate scrub moment, and it's when I first officially started and stayed in the game, which was back in Mists of Pandaria during the Throne of Thunder tier. I had played off and on throughout the years, but I was never serious about it. I always picked up, put down, and deleted all my characters, so there's a minor facepalm right there. Yeah, I know. I could have had a lot of things that I don't have. But anyways, yeah. When I started in Mists of Pandaria officially, I leveled 290 on a human paladin. I made him as a joke, and I loved it, so I stayed it, and he's still my main. I was fresh 90 and in greens, quest gear. And a friend that had invited me to the game to begin with invited me to raid, knowing that I had no experience. I had never played an MMO before, besides, what little I dabbled in WoW in the past. So I didn't know how everything worked. I'll let you guess what spec I was in after I tell you this little story. They invited me to the Throne of Thunder. And, as you know, raids need 2 tanks. I was one of them.
Oh my goodness. They invited you?
Yes.
Knowing you had just greens on?
The raid didn't know. Apparently, they didn't check me. We got all the way to Darumu, actually. We did pretty good.
Which is impressive.
Yeah. And we couldn't get past that, and the other tank inspected me and said, "Why the fuck are you in this raid?" And I said, because Monkey invited me, which was one of the healers, that was my healer friend, who did this purposely to embarrass me, mind you.
Oh, no.
And they said,
no.
Yeah, and they said, "Why are you a tank?" I'm like, "'Cause I like shields."
Yeah.
That was literally my reason. I didn't know how aggro worked. I didn't know how any of that worked. Needless to say, they kicked me out and kicked me out of the guild. Because they had joined the guild too that day. I was new.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. And to this day, I will remember that was my answer. We were in Vent, if you guys remember that.
Oh, yeah.
The silence after I said I like shields. I don't think they knew I was a girl either, because I had been silent for the raid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you were tanking and you were silent?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We just kind of went for it. It was just flex. It wasn't anything crazy.
Oh. And they booted you from... Wow.
Oh, yeah. I was kicked out of event. I was kicked out of the guild. I was kicked out of the raid. And told to never come back. So that was
Oh
my
my
first
goodness.
experience raiding because I said I like shields.
I like shield.
I like shields.
You know, that's a valid reason.
Mhm.
I thought so. I mean,
Yeah.
so I say that. I like to tell people that story because we're all new once, and I was
Yeah.
probably the newest of the new. I'd never played an MMO. I didn't know what a tank was. I didn't understand aggro, and I kept getting mad why everything kept going to me. And yeah.
Well, apparently
So-
you're really good with your shield.
I love it.
Apparently so. Well, the other tank was a warrior. He couldn't keep aggro off of me. It was kind of funny. So I was a,
Well,
mop protection paladin back in the day.
Uh-huh. The
Uh-huh.
vengeance
Right.
system, yeah. I'm
Yep.
sure Yep.
Oh yeah, I learned about
Well,
all that
what's-
later, but yeah.
Well, I think what's super impressive is you came into a raid team. You were in all greens. You had no idea what the hell you were doing, and you were still ripping aggro off, dude.
I love
He was
it.
probably in purples.
That's probably why they kicked you. He was a little embarrassed.
He was mad because that was the only thing he said to me was, "Why the fuck are you in this raid?" He said nothing
Oh,
after that. After that, it was everyone else raving on me. But
Wow.
yeah. So there you go. That's my scrub story. I kept it pretty short, but we're all new.
I mean, it's
once.
beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah.
That is a perfect scrub moment, especially because it just reflects on them too. That's great.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how did they not? Well, I think it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad. I bet you felt terrible from this, but from the 10,000 foot view, it's kind of funny, but not really funny that they were mad at you for this when they shouldn't have checked you in the first place.
Oh no, I was in tears. Trust me, I did feel
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
I was in tears over that. I mean, they had yelled like the classic, "What the fuck are you in this raid?" I was like, a young
God.
girl. I was in tears. I was in high
Mhm.
school. I was just like, I just want to play with my paladin because I like shields. And needless
Yeah.
to say, I wasn't friends with that person anymore.
Yeah, they sound like a great person.
Well,
Oh,
how
yeah.
did not jump in and go, look, this was my friend here.
Yeah.
Asshole."
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what went on behind the scenes. I don't know what she said to them to get me into the raid. I just was thrown in there,
Oh my
and there I was. We made it to Darumu, and then all that fun stuff went down. And
Oh man.
all because I like shields. So.
Shields are quality. I like
Yeah.
shields.
Yep.
They are very quality.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. That was my scrub moment.
I mean, it's when I say funny, I mean funny looking back on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Years
it is.
later.
Oh, yeah. It is funny.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious now.
Because you see like nowadays, it's like you can't even get into a Mythic Plus group without showing your IO score.
Right, exactly. You need like a backlog of your life.
It's like a plus two.
Here's my
Like, I need your
resume.
resume.
Pretty-
Yeah,
yeah.
what's your resume, please? And
Pretty
your
much.
residences from the last 10 years, thanks.
Yep, exactly.
It's like, it's just a plus two, guys. Let me in.
No kidding.
Yeah. Damn. Well, I'm
so-
sorry you went through that. I know I wasn't a part of that, but
No, you don't have to be sorry about it. It was a learning experience for me. I was also socially awkward, so that didn't help at the time.
no.
But yeah, that's
Well, I think your story though happens quite a bit.
Oh, it
Unfortunately.
does. It does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But I'm glad that you were able to kind of you Mythic raid after that, right?
I did. Well, when that
Yeah.
became available. I did. That was the
Right.
funny thing was I got mad about it and I decided to this is the TLDR, if you will, afterwards. I got mad about it and decided, you know what? I'm going to show them, even though I'm never going to meet them again. And I raided so hardcore, I wanted to barf. I raided every day, all difficulties, and I went and joined another guild, and we did all the way up through Heroic, back when that was, cap.
Mhm.
And then
Right.
Mythic, when that came out in, for Siege of Orgrimmar, when Mythic was new. I went all the way through that, and raided Mythic up until the end of WoD. and then dabbled a little bit in Legion. So I raided from Mop to Legion pretty hardcore after that.
Heck yeah.
I learned a lot.
Well, you showed them.
So that's kind of the lesson, was don't let people get you down. We're all scrubs once, and you can do better. So
Hell yeah. I
You
love
all got to
that.
start somewhere, yeah.
exactly. And you can still
Well,
like
cool.
shields. So
Of course.
Well, yeah. I mean, shields are a must.
exactly.
So, Pro Jolly, what's your latest and greatest scrub moment?
I mean, we had all 20 up for the kill, so I don't know if there was any scrub moments from raiding in the last couple weeks, but
Well, do you have any historical ones that you've just kind of repressed and haven't wanted to talk about?
I guess one was, so recently Warcraft logs released the ability to post Torghast parses and speed runs.
Oh.
So like there's rankings now based on how fast you clear certain wings
Wow.
of Torghast, and it's pretty new. So I was like, oh, let's try it out. Why not? I'm a druid. I can stealth through a lot of it. It's an incredibly frustrating thing because so many mobs in there have stealth sight. Like they can see through your stealth and they just don't care. So, but I set up my Warcraft logs because I'm not the logger for our guild, so I don't bother with it a lot of the time. So I set up Warcraft logs. They've got a new Overwolf enabled app that you can run. So I think I've got it all set up, right? I set it all up, get all my consumables and stuff, get ready, go through one run. It doesn't work out too well, I get spotted, so I back out, go through. I'm on track for like a world 10th kill time
Oh.
based on like my I've got a clock running. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I'm really in it. Making time, get to the end boss, get through the time. It's great, dialed in, perfect. It ends up being, I'm looking at the times, I'm like, oh, this is like world 11th. Okay, cool. So I go to upload the log. There's no log.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Then I go back through my mental process. I'm like, okay, so I set up Warcraft logs. I logged in. They've got this app, and you can press live log, and it's supposed to just start uploading logs straight to your account. Okay. I go in. You still have to type /combat log to enable logging in game.
Oh no.
So I spent like 2 hours setting up this perfect run with like Torghast levels and stuff, and I'm like, okay, I can literally see why nobody's participating in this yet, because it is so aggravating.
Oh man.
Haven't gone back yet. But I was
I
just,
don't
like,
blame you.
so mad.
Aw. That's disappointing.
It's like-
That's
It's like you write the best paper, and then your computer crashes and you can't turn it in. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
like this is an A paper.
Always save your work.
Always back up your work, guys. That's
And
the
then,
lesson.
and then it's like the dog ate my homework moment, because then no one will believe you because you can't prove it.
Yeah, they're like, sure, dude. 513 fracture chambers run. Okay, dude.
Yeah, whatever. Uh-huh.
Whatever, bro.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's so RNG too in there, like all the different things and the Torghast powers you get. Like, there's no way that this is ever going to be more than just like a fun little ranking system. Like, it's not competitive, but it was just like, oh no.
Oh, my
That
soul
sucks,
hurts for you.
Yeah, exactly. But so that, I guess that was my most recent one. Sai, what about you?
Well, mine, now I have to try to top Moth Boy trying to escape.
Dude, Moth Boy boss pull was incredible.
Yeah, what do we call that? The face pull Moth Boy?
Face pull Moth Boy, patent pending.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't do anything to that level this time around. But I've been playing some more classic.
Uh-huh.
So I joined the Lion's Pride Tavern guild over on the Pagel server. So
Oh yeah.
anyone wants to join, let me know. I'll let any bum invite anybody in, so I guess I'm one of those bums. But I was playing so I'm leveling a warlock, and I was in Westfall. So I'm like level 14 right now or something like that. And I was trying to go get the pocket watch, because it's like I can't even say the word. One of the pumpkin patches has a little shack where there's a armoire with the pocket watch in it, and you have to go get it. And little old me forgot that there was like a level, 17 guy in the shack.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is not good. So he killed me. So then I respawn. Well, when you play Classic, you can't fight too many things at once. It's not like current WoW, where you're a buzzsaw early on in some instances. So around that area, there's a barn just to the left. Well, there are Defias dudes that hang out there, and somebody wiped them out, and they started spawning. So I start killing them. Well, I forget that there's the stupid mechanical scarecrow things in the field. So I'm just having a rough go here. Like, I died like 4 times in a row.
Oh no.
Oh.
Trying to get this damn pocket watch because I just stopped looking around in my surroundings. It's like, I was getting mad. I was like, damn it, where'd you come from? And like, you can't fear those things because they're mechanical. So then I have like 5 Defias on me and 3 of these Scarecrow Watcher things. And then the guy kept coming out of the shack because it get too close to the shack.
You're just pulling everything.
So I waited. What I had to do was I waited for somebody to come in, kind of clear the area, then respawn and run in, grab the pocket watch, and run for my life. That's what I did.
Well,
And you're doing this all with like the classic graveyard run.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
the
boy.
graveyard pops up just south of the tower in the middle of Westfall.
Oh.
And so I was in like the upper northwest corner of it.
of course.
So it was like a good like 2.5 minute run back.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, it was. I was very upset after that. So when I got back to town, I repaired and logged out. But yeah, so when you're playing Classic, remember to always look around because you will get aggro from things where you think you're safe, but you are not. So
You're never safe in Classic. Dun,
You're
dun,
never
dun.
safe.
no. But yeah, that's good times though. So
Good times.
where can the good folks find you on the interwebs there, Kraken?
Well, they can find me on my YouTube channel of youtube.com/Kraken Latte, spelled just like it sounds. That is my main channel where I put all my guides and things.
Nice. Well, hell yeah. Well, thanks for coming on. That was really fun.
No problem. I'm happy to join. I enjoyed that. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Happy to be here with you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great. And we found out that you're from Oregon. That's even better.
Exactly.
The Northwest reigns supreme.
Yeah,
We do. Haha, because we're the cool kids.
that's right. Yep. Hour and 32.
That was a long one. Did you know I stream on Twitch now? I do everything from transmog to leveling to gold making, and I'm live 5 days a week to chat with. So come hang out. As always, thank you so much for watching, and remember, it's never too latte.